How's it going, everybody? In today's video, I wanted to talk about a very simple yet effective idea. That idea being mechs. You just take a person and put them in a giant metal robot to soar and fly around the sky shooting lasers and using plasma swords and shit. The idea dating back to 1972 with Mazinger Z being quoted as the first mech series. But most people know stuff like Pacific Rim, Gurren Lagann, Grumman Simulator. Whether it's just a little suit of armor or a full-fledged flying space warrior, mechs come down to one core mechanic in my opinion, and that's power fantasy. Power fantasy, going with a more textbook definition, translates to enabling the player, giving them access to abilities and experiences far beyond their normal sphere of existence. But in layman's term, it just means, how cool and much of a badass do you feel like given the abilities of said game? Do you feel like a slightly stronger character compared to the rest, or do you feel like a god among mortals? I want to look at 3 games, all involving mechs, to see how well they capture that feeling of power fantasy. The good, the bad, and the mid. Overall, it was just a hero shooter. Gundam Evolution was just any other hero shooter, just Gundam slapped on it. The gameplay itself wasn't too bad. I played it on release for a little and just lost interest. The power fantasy is really just not there. You just feel like a guy who could boost around a little bit. You can swap the Gundams out for just anything else and it would feel the same, which shouldn't be like that, because when you think of mechs, you think of like, okay, dude, I'm gonna fly around and dash and be all quick and be cool as fuck, and I'm a fucking flying giant robot. But this is not that. And it falls very short because there's other games like, Gundam Online, where you have 50v50 fucking huge battles in a big ass city, not just this dumbass little map. The game came out on September 20th, 2022, and the server shut down on November 29th, 2023. It didn't last long. There was probably due to the horrid paywall from what I've seen people talk about, but that's a whole different fucking topic. Looking strictly at the mechs, even then I don't think they were that good. You just feel like a soldier who happens to be a mech. Now for the mid. Titanfall 2 is overall a fantastic game in my opinion. The movement feels great, the gunplay feels great, the Titans, they're pretty fun, they're pretty aight, but looking strictly at the power fantasy and the mechs, which are the Titans, power fantasy, it's aight, it's aight, it's there, it's aight, it's okay. With this game having humans and mechs running around the map at the same time, the pilots are really agile and the movement feels amazing. The Titans, however, have this dumpy little boost and overall are pretty slow. And I understand it's more of a balancing thing, but when I think of mechs, I think of like super fast rocket jets and shit like that. But that just comes down to more personal preference, and again, it's a balancing issue. The power fantasy isn't bad, it's sort of there. Because when you get your Titans ready, you're like, oh yeah, bro, I'm about to shoot on these people. I'm about to have a fucking play of the game moment. You see a pilot running across the map, you fucking one-shot them. You're just duking, just shitting on stuff. And then you get jumped by 3 other Titans and you're like, damn, bro, that sucks. Fuck, I was having fun. So, it's fun overall. And the Titans, have a wide variety. I feel like there's Monarch, there's, Titans, like just a default like minigun that just can hold a lane down, or like a sniper that can just have lane control or watch choke points. Titans like Scorch, it has like flames that have complete area denial and you can block off paths and shit. And then Ronin is probably my favorite because it feels most like what I think of a mech. It's really fast, agile, has a big ass sword. It's more of a flanker, kind of like a 1v1 duelist kind of mech. So there's a good variety. Overall, great game. Just looking at the mechs, power fantasy wise, kind of mid. I personally think that if this game would have waited, so like the whole thing with this game, and I'm pretty sure how it went was like Titanfall 2 came out and then like a month later Black Ops 3 dropped. So obviously Black Ops 3 is going to take anybody that likes FPSs at that time and just fucking siphon them to that game. If they would have just waited a few months to release Titanfall 2, I personally think that it would have done a lot better. More people would have played it. After the Call of Duty fatigue started to set in for people, they would have wanted to play something else. But I digress. That's a whole different topic. But now, what we've been all waiting for: the definition and the peak of mech games. Drum roll. And that game is Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon. Now this is what a fucking mech game should be. The movement, the weapon, the customization, the power fantasy, it's all fucking there. And it's all fucking great. Armored Core 6 was made by From Software, so you already know it's going to be hard as fuck. But my god, this is just a great fucking game. Even like not for like people that like mechs, and me personally, I'm not even that huge of a mech fan, but just I was like, damn, bro, like the difference in mech games is like staggering. Like you go from this kind of game like Armored Core 6 to like some shit like Gundam Evolution. Like the fucking game is Like, just the idea of how a mech is portrayed is fucking so vastly different. But like, man, this game, fucking great. If you like, this is a great game. If you don't think there's anything fun to play right now, give this game a try. It's like 40-50 bucks probably. It's probably on sale half the time. But this game deserves a play. If you're gonna play any game on this list, play this game. Play Armored Core 6. But, you know, enough jerking the game off. Let's talk about it. It's just a solid ass game. But how is the power fantasy? Well, that all depends. That all depends. Do you like being a slow rolling death machine with cannons and fucking rocket launchers strapped to your back? Or do you like being more of a fast, agile mech with plasma swords and energy shotguns? Because baby, this game has it all. Pick your fucking poison. The level of customization is great down to even the small shit like your computer chip, your battery. You have up to 4 weapons. Not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 4. And it has a decal system, so any game that has like a fucking Black Ops style like decal system fucking gets bonus points. You truly feel powerful as you fly around and send fucking tracking plasma missiles towards your metal enemies until you get to an even bigger metal enemy that just fucking shits on you. And you know, they kick your ass for about 3 days, but it is a mission to mission game, so it's not open world. So if you get stuck on a mission, you can just go play a different mission, or if that's like the last mission you need to progress, you can replay through old missions to get more currency. It's never like you're just fucking stuck and like hit a roadblock. You can always do something to make your mech better, and I fucking love that. And you know, you use the currency to upgrade your mech, whether it's the fucking armor, the, you know, the legs, the head, the chest, the arms. You have 2 weapons left and right, and then you have 2 back weapons left and right. So a total of 4 weapons, and you have, you know, your battery, your chip. This game, you can customize your mech to be either like a really slow, just moving death machine fortress with a bunch of cannons and rocket launchers, or again, you can be fast and agile and sacrifice a bunch of HP and defense for high movement and like high burst damage in a way. So, you know, you really get to pick your own playstyle, and any game that lets you really experiment and pick your own playstyle, I really like. This game is just overall a good ass game. Nothing I can really say can do this game enough justice. So if you think this looks slightly interesting or even a little bit cool, give it a chance, because this game is fucking amazing. From the gameplay, the fucking boss fights are top tier. It's a From Software game, so it's like Dark Souls. You know, it's like pretty fucking hard. I don't think this game nearly is like difficult. 90% of the game is chill and fun, and then you get to a boss and you're like, fuck, man, this is pretty fucking hard. But again, you'll eventually get over it. You'll know. you'll know when you're at that part I'm talking about, because you'll see a shit ton of missiles and shit you gotta dodge on your screen. But you know, I personally love that. I think a game that challenges you and doesn't just like, you feel powerful, but it's nice to feel challenged with that power, because again, you're like, none of the little enemies are gonna give you fucking hardly any of a challenge. You're just gonna be like ping 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 boom boom ding ding ding, just fucking murking all these enemies. But then you get to a boss, and then it's like your fucking metal death machine of horror versus that flying fortress of death. Like, it's just so fun. And overall, again, I'm just jerking this game off at this point. Play it if you like it. You don't like mech games, play Titanfall 2 Pilot only. It takes away the mechs completely, and that game still has you can still get in a game pretty fast. I can get in a game under a minute, and that's pretty nice for how old that game is. But if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, leave a like, comment, all that shit. If you didn't like the video, sorry, I'll do better next time just for you. But hope everybody has a good day. Till next time.